Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So much for subtlety telling me that I am hot, and don't I know it. But he meant the mic, I guess. But nonetheless, hello, I'm Palidore, and this is VRML, the end of the preseason week 5. Winding it down this evening with some North American matchups still coming at you, and right now it will be Rampage versus Ironic. I don't know why I was so dramatic with that, but Ironic, they've been having themselves quite the busy weekend. They've had, well, this will be the third match earlier in the day, actually. They had a challenge match, the first, not only a challenge match, but the first challenge match that was cross-region. Ironic facing Alpha Ducks earlier in the day. That was casted by Sputnik. And Ironic coming away with a victory at that. And over on the season so far, they have a record of 5-3. Their record is currently, well, at that, their MMR is 1220. And meanwhile, for Rampage, they have a 1200 MMR with a 3-3 record. Now, it's actually been a couple weeks since we've seen Rampage. Last time they played was way back in November, on November 22nd. And teams are about to be ready. Looks like that is the case. Here we go. So, looking forward to this match. Looking forward to the return of Rampage. I miss them. But meanwhile, here for Ironic, well, like I said, we've seen them recently, but just the same, glad to see them too. A lot of talented players between these teams getting ready to do something special here on this launch. Round 1 up and underway. Now, hello, everyone at home watching on Twitch, or if you're at work watching just the same, going in and with the brains on the shot. Blastro just taking the one-on-one. Why not? Assisted there by Caption. And that's a good start there, just right into the joust, about 20 seconds in or so. So coming out now for Ironic, Duller Ranger. Can't find the clear, might come right back to him though. The stack actually going to attack there. Blastro coming away with it, but Duller right back with the rebuttal of a stun. See Jason gets that out there. Now also for Ironic, so see Jason had himself a game-winning opportunity, a game-winning shot in OT just yesterday. Unless my mind is failing me, which it might. Oh, and with some might, getting the almost steal. Bouncing off into the other side now off the clear. Slapped on out of there. And there you go. Right into that scoring zone where it's just recovered right again for Ironic. But yeah, that match against Instinct. Actually, I think it was on Friday, so my brain was deceiving me, I think. But nonetheless, that match was an incredible one on Friday between Ironic and Instinct, as going in with some Instinct here in the shot, but being stunned out from behind. Nicely done from Rosie and Caption, both on that attack. Going down low for a upper goal that will just float back to the other side. Taken here by Callan now. But indeed, Ironic, a team with some momentum on their side. Enjoying some wins across both the regions this weekend. Now going in to the region of the goal, it's Duller Ranger. Assisted by C. Jason to tie it up at 2. So with the goal 2-2, the score 2-2, I go to Twitch chat and ask you, how do you do? Thank you for joining us today and all day long. We've had, I believe, 18, 19 matches lined up today. There were some last-minute pushbacks or reschedules on some of them, but nonetheless, we're in the neighborhood of somewhere between 16 and 19 matches for the day. Easily our most packed Sunday so far, our most packed day so far in this 5 weeks of VRML. Going down low, Caption will take that and rolling it to Skinny right at the barrier. The beautiful passing play to lead for the goal on Rampage. For Rampage, I should say. So Skinny getting on the scoreboard and changing his name to Skinny recently, so I guess he's trying to be a Visco boy, if that's a thing. I don't know. But either way, Skinny is going to take that away. That didn't even sound like so much as a stutter, so my bad. But in any case, fluttering for the goal after the stuttering from Pally. It's Vlastro rolling on for the Pastro over to Rosie Hope for not a Rosie goal because it's grabbed out of there by Duller Ranger, taking its single shot, looking to maybe making a goal, but no, it's going to roll into the bottom of the floor, and overtaking it with a speedy stack is Caption coming in through there and trying to find themselves some avenues, getting clustered in this tunnel, and that will be a deep shot bouncing off the barrier, taken by Callan. Now, Callan just as well in that game the other day, I mentioned he had one or two really nice clutch saves as well in that game, going up against the likes of Kavici at goal, who's obviously a fantastic goalie, but Callan actually contributed a couple of really nice ones as well in the last time we've seen him on stream. Now rolling into the goal here, slung through by Caption. He tries to save himself, but getting it over to Vlastro on the other side, and that will buy them the goal. 6-2 advantage here. About 4.5 in. Sweet Potato in the chat, hello. Pointing out / correcting my whatever. Not even gonna try. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm too old for this. Duller going in with a clear. Off to the other side, it will be taken by Skinny. Looking for a pass. And that is a pretty looking shot that just actually sails back to him. All those gentle bounced goals. People in VRML and in Echo Arena now getting so very good at them. Not only from the ceiling, but from the floor, from the sidewalls, from the ramps, from... can't go without saying Synapse with the whoa shot on that floating island. I don't even know what to call it. There's different names. Cloud Tree, whatever it is. Going in for the shot is Rosie. I know what to call that one. That's a 2-pointer from the Hope of the Rose. E. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I never have a clue. But going in there for the 2 nonetheless. 8-2 now lead. For Rampage, 4.5 left. Joust advantage here to Duller Ranger and his crew. So it'll float over on past the bow tie and see Jason actually collecting that one, dishing it back line to Duller. Duller to single shot, single going across for that pass, and now taking position here. And looking for a shot. Can't get that one. Rebounded by C. Jason going down low, but that's going to be saved out of there. Looks like Caption perhaps, but all 4 members for Rampage stacked up in the goal. A very tight situation there. Kind of claustrophobic almost, as trying to roll with it is Duller Ranger. Looking for the reception, gets a single shot, some good passing there, and that one going to be a rough one, but it does tumble into the hands of Duller, who looks to tumble it down and roll it into the goal. Now Caption will be stunned out. No momentum on the shot. It doesn't stop him though, because Callan has got a lot. That is 4 points now for Ironic. They're still down by just as many though to Rampage's 8. See Troy up there in the chat as well as Lanzan. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us today and joining me today. I don't think I ever mentioned subtlety, so much for subtlety on the cameras. I'm sorry, I just got so used to not. But on that shot, definitely glad to have subtlety on board. Fantastic cameraman here for our league, and you know, makes life for all of us casters a lot easier when they come in here with their camera skills. And Rosie Hope looking for those passing skills. It's going to sail past the hands and outside the 3-point land. So one more pass to the backboard. Not opting for a dive on that one, just kind of watching it sail by. So Duller will actually recollect it now and maybe look to send it out.
Blue throws it way downfield.
To the other side, though, it will go. And nonetheless, no harm done. It will be taken back, actually right back again by Callan. So here we go. Changing up possessions, the changing of the guard as they try to find their defensive assignments to guard. A little bit of misdirection, a little bit of deflection. And now, going to be taking that one up top. And Caption, the rejection. So he finds it, does not find the bottom of the goal. had to rush that one because he had 0 momentum. So again, back to the other side once again. All kinds of back and forth play here. And being taken away in the tunnel. A lot of trouble for them. Like this same tunnel in particular seems like the last few matches it's been getting stuck an awful lot. There's a lot of cluster ups happening, some traffic jams. Trying to jam it through is Deller as he gets jammed in the face with that stun. So single shot, looking for another clear. And now what you want to see is these teams, if they can, for Ironic, whoever gets possession. So, okay, I'll take that back. Rampage. What you want to see is some slower play, I think. Because right now, it's all kinds of disarray as they go for the play.
Perfect defense. Orange catches the enemy's pass.
Just, again, so much brawling coming here. The disc not sticking to one person's hands for very long. It's just floating and sailing back and forth. Goal to goal. That one almost will roll. Fortunately for them, though, it does not. Skinny regaining the disc, but then will not be missed on the punch. So once more, rolling on over to the other side. And now, maybe with a breakaway play, indeed it is. Stellar Ranger finds his shot. And now it's a 2-point game. 36 seconds left. Joust advantage going here to Rampage, as well as a point advantage. They just need to take care of the disc. No turnovers. Meanwhile, for Ironic, they just need to be aggressive. 20 seconds left. They didn't need to rush it or anything, but they do need to keep their stack if they can. Now, Skinny does a nice job breaking up that stack in the back line. That is crucial right now. Skinny's doing absolute work on that stack in the back line. Completely broke them up for a lot of time. So Caption is going to roll on into Blastro. Blastro going for one last goal, and that will secure the first round victory. Here for Rampage, 10-6. Great round. But great finish there from Rampage. And again, full credit to Skinny because he broke up that stack not once, I don't even think twice, but 3 times basically. He was just brawling on the back end there for what seemed like a light year as his teammates went up on that approach. So great job there. Quick look at the stats in a second here. It's going to be Blastro coming up ahead with 6 points on his team. Pair of assists for him as well. Rosie Hope, the 2 points and 7 stuns. Skinny, the 2 points, 2 saves, and 8 stuns. So even though only 8 stuns, they were the most important stuns of the game of that round anyways. For Caption, it was 3 assists and a save for him, 12 stuns. And over on the other end now, for Ironic, Della Ranger, the 4 points, 2 saves, 2 steals. And Callan with the 2 points, 13 stuns. C. Jason, the 17 stuns, game high, and single shot with a save, and the 8 stuns as well. Now, but that's out of the way. Let's get back into the play here. Second round is a go. Off the launch of a roll. That was almost a great looking goal. Just couldn't quite get the catch at the last second, but they'll recollect it and they will resend it. Velestro finding it for the 3. Long shot, 21 meters out. Only 14 meters a second on the shot, but the defense off balance enough for it to not matter because it floated on in with the accuracy that he needed. So Duller here will take that away on this rollout play. Offense, see Jason taking it through. Just checking behind him a couple times, make sure that the stack wasn't approaching him too quickly. And that was a nice rejection there though. Caption right on the nest, guarding it well. And now floating back to the hands of Skinny. Now that was a tight pass that managed to find Blastro and crossing it right on over again to Caption. So very nice patient work on the floor here on the offense. Going in. Now this one's going to be a tough one. Caption cut on off. It was going to be at best a 3-on-1 opportunity. He was the only one for his team at the goal. But luckily, his teammates here, just here to help him with a rebound, and they can recollect themselves for another approach. Now Caption will collect this one. This time, a much better looking 2-on-2, and that will get it through. So the first one maybe a little bit too eager on their approach, but then Caption and Blastro coming back and doing it the right way with that beautiful 2-man game. That was very well executed. So on offense now, down by 5, Duller Ranger and Ironic coming in. They're no stranger to these competitive games. Again, they've had some fun ones as of late. But right now, Rampage, coming back and giving them a lot to handle. Handling that pass, but handling the shot. See, Jason will see it and see it through, that it doesn't get scored for the 2. So off it'll go into the distance, right into the bubble, as seems like recovery here. Callan, does not capitalize on the shot. However, those missed opportunities might hurt, but if they can, just recollect here. It was a good boost to buy them the initial look. Now that one hopefully does not go through if you're Ironic, because that would have been essentially a 6-point turnaround otherwise. But good thing for Ironic, they have this clear, they have this grab, single shot, looking for a pass, and mishandled as the defense dismantles with the stun. So again, some more clears, some more boost. That 3 will not go through either. So this time, it happened. The same thing happens to Rampage, where they have the briefly open opportunity on that cut. This one, though, sent out yet again. So bottom of the floor it will go. Single shot taking that through. Coming right back to him. And I can't get the clear because the intercept instead is there to play dividends for Rampage. A few minutes off the clock in this second round. And just looking to make something happen. There's a lot of clustering going on at this midfield. The disc just ping-ponging between the two sides. Basically just continuing there a bit. So here it'll be taken by Ironic. And so I mentioned, I see in the chat there, people asking, who was the underdog in this game. Lanzan thinking Rampage. And, well, if you base it certainly off... steal there. If you base it certainly off the MMR and stuff, 20 points more in MMR for Ironic over Rampage. And Rampage just the same, coming in here with the goal off the clear. That was a beautiful stack. So Rampage, like I mentioned, we haven't even seen them for a couple weeks now. Their last match was on the 22nd, if I still remember correctly. Yeah, it was the 22nd, and that was a victory against Atlas Megacorp, as well as a loss against Orbit. So going one-on-one last time out for Rampage. But coming out here and showing out versus Ironic, doing a nice job of it. There's the handle on the steal. Will not find the shot, but they will look for a vault off this joust, but cannot collect the stack quite quickly enough. So instead, see, Jason will take that, but only for a second. Rosie Hope, that was Rosie Dope, as she swings on a Rosie Rope for the 2-point goal. That's a 9-0 lead here for Rampage in the second round, halfway through it.
9, 8, 7,
and she certainly can do it there.
4, 3, 2,
offense or defense.
Teams have cleared the launchers.
So out to the side wall as a stack approaches here. Blastro cannot make that shot. So grab here by Duller will get that through, but another intercept to Skinny will do. Blastro now has a nice cross pass to Caption. That was some great team play happening on that. Always mention those close range passes where the cross goes right into in front of the goal. Extremely hard for goalkeepers to ever save those. So you have to turn so quick, readjust, and find the disc, but by the time you do make that adjustment, usually the shot's already in your face. It's very tough to deal with. So right now for Duller and his crew, they're going to go in for the 2, but another great defensive play there. Caption getting the snag on this one. So Ironic not being able to just break through that defense currently. Down the 11 points here in the second round. Trying to find some defense for them, though. They got someone on the approach. Oh, but Callan, unfortunately, he almost had the save, but it looks like just knocked it on in. So regardless of the save, almost save, it was a goal here. Counting towards the orange side. Rampage now finding themselves in great position late in the second round to take a series win. 13-0 at the moment. So for the moment, Callan looking over to see Jason and seeing Caption coming at him. Now this is a good numbers advantage and taking advantage indeed. Callan gets a shot. assisted by C. Jason there. The defense for Rampage, just a bit out of position, conceding the numbers.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The round has begun.
So off this joust, Skinny taking the QB duties. Just looking for his opportunities. But playing it a bit slow, and there's no need to play it fast after all, so they're just going to be under control. But right there, taking over control just as I say that. Kind of another caster's curse moment, and that just might buy them the goal. There is Callan coming through with a shot again. So Callan right now up to 6 points on the series. We have 17 stuns as well. Game high stuns though, still going to see Jason with 31. So ahead by a double-digit margin over everyone else in the stun department at the moment. Doing some work on the brawling end for Ironic. Now Rosie will make this cross pass over beautifully over to Vlastro, who Vlastros on over into the goal for a dunk. 15-4 for Rampage. Now, on one hand, you look at that and say, well, that was basically a 1v4 just about. But because he was so quick on the move, like right when he received the pass, he immediately broke off the anchor to go into the offensive move. It was enough to take the defense off balance to the point that it was effectively a one-on-one, or maybe one-on-two at best, because the other defenders were just slightly out of position and couldn't contest it in time. So that was a good recognition by Vlastro to buy themselves the goal.
With the disc.
So meanwhile, it is Vlastro coming back with another clear into the blue area. Callan will come away with it, have it stolen. Rosie Hope gets smoked though with the stuns. So defense playing a part now. Duller trying to get that clear through, and good defensive possession there for Ironic. And again, some more defense based off of these great hands. See, Jason, there's one of the stuns I was talking about, and a pretty important one. Almost buying them an opportunity here. Could not quite get the handles. So again, Duller, another grab. We're seeing a lot of these steals and these stuns coming from Ironic. And now the Sonic pass into the solid shot. It was Callan. Nice play there from Ironic.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ironic the rollout. Skinny taking that away. And looking for that bottom clear. Does not reach the hands of any of his teammates. Now they will still take the round regardless, but single shot may be in position, but doesn't seem like that's the case as the stun goes out here. And again, indeed, as the round winds down, it is a 2-0 victory.
Orange team wins.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the player comms. I forget you guys can't hear that on the stream sometimes. Just some fun conversations happening in the match. Nothing vulgar. Worry not, dear audience. But yeah, so that will be the victory for them. Well done by Rampage. Third round still yet to be played. But after a 2-week break of sorts, Rampage coming back and showing that they're apparently not rusty at all. They're looking pretty solid. They're looking, collected on the offense. Their passes have been on point overall. Their defense inside the 2-point area has been extremely tough. Just kind of breaking noses every time they try to approach the goal. So very, very nice defense there. Towards the end, it was Ironic starting to come back there, making a nice little run, getting themselves some nice goals and passes. But just not enough to break the strength of what Rampage was doing. But going in there, so they're again right at the edge, finding that clear after the steal. So very well done. Duller taking that over now for his team. He has 4 points, 2 assists, and 4 saves at the moment for his team. But a turnover does go to Rosie Hope. And trying to break through for some passing plays on the lanes. And that is a nice one, laying it in for Skinny. Skinny right now with 4 points and 3 saves on the game. But leading the way for Rampage is Blastro at the moment. He has 15 points, which is about double the output of the second highest scorer, which is Kellen on Team Ironic. So right now, Blastro really doing a good job of getting the offense in, and a save there from Skinny will help the case. Just as well, though, Caption, he has 5 assists, so no doubt has been feeding Blastro a lot of these goal opportunities. Some good two-man game from them. Now on the other end, taken back here by a cluster up of players, and running up the floor, Blastro, but he'll get stunned on the edge of bubble. Some good punches there from Single Shot.
Intercepted.
Now we'll be right back into the possession, though, of Rampage. So Rosie Hope will take that away and try and look for some good patience here, working it up the floor, just trying to find their best opportunities. That is going to be a good grab by Blastro. The pass was slightly off, but he still managed to redirect himself to catch it and then finish.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So again, good rollout there. We lost handles of the disc for a little while, but then we're able to back it out and then push it forward for a better looking opportunity.
Blue clears it out.
Now on the other side, Caption the intercept, and he'll clear that out to the other side. And now there are 2 players here for Rampage, but 2 even faster ones are just overshooting the disc. But oh, what a save from Callan! I mentioned the saves he had the other day, and that one was a beautiful one along the way today, or tonight, I guess that is to say. Nonetheless, it will go down low to Duller Ranger finding the ramp. And then retaken once again by Duller. So he's going to try and find the plays, work into bubble. They've been stopped up here a little bit, but not that time, as Single Shot will get a handle of it for the first 2 points on Ironic.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My apologies, quick drink is all of that water. A lot of talking going on today because a lot of action. Always glad to see it happen, though. Callan taking the disc away here. Blastro as well, though. A lot of interference being ran between these teammates. But Rosie will find a way to juke through. Back it out to Skinny. He's being played on tough here by C. Jason, just getting yet more stuns for him. He's been busy on that end of the brawling for this match. Currently up to 45. And now a shot will go off for Caption. And we do have a crash, apparently. Duller still on the scoreboard, but the players just called it in the comms, and there it goes. So a restart here coming soon, imminently, as we see the stats go bye-bye. Blastro leading the way with 17 points, though. I will give you that much.
Do you guys remember everything that was just happening? Because I don't.
Hey, Palidore, we didn't look at the stats before.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Paddle's got memory.
Yeah, Palidore.
So players,
we're dumb.
players talking to me, they're saying, yeah, we forgot to look at the time before we hit reset. So what was it, Pally? You have too much faith in me, Rampage and Ironic, but I'll try. Actually, just, let me see. Looking for a clip here. When that last goal was scored. So excuse me for a moment while I try to do my best to find the time. Looks like the goal was scored at this point. I'm sure someone will just end up interrupting me in chat and doing it for me, but that's okay. I'm here already, so. It is 28 seconds is when it was shot at. 6:28. So I'll see if I can get that to the teams if they haven't adjusted already. I mean, they're close-ish.
Jill, are you all good?
Who's getting possession?
We have to wait for Palidore, I think.
Ironic.
Oh wait, yeah, we have. Yeah.
You guys get to the...
Wait,
Oh,
don't
we just
ready
scored.
up! Don't ready up! I have to change it. Okay.
No, 6. 6-2.
Oh, yeah, the score as well, yeah. 6-2, it would be
28.
Ironic possession. So 6-2, ironic possession. 6:28 was when it was scored. Now, whether they want to do it from 6:28 or minus the 15 seconds between the respawns and stuff, I don't know. That was actually discussed earlier in the Discord. And one of the things we'll definitely have to kind of make a solid, defined rule, I suppose, going into the first season. So, but nonetheless, I did catch the time, and that was largely in thanks to Twitch clips. So this is hopefully going to get back underway pretty soon here. Just listening to the player comms here, trying to discuss something. I'm not quite sure what. Well, in any case, I'll let them handle their business, and I'll handle mine. Hello, people, again in chat. Troy's saying he's about to, but the phone was too slow. That's okay. See, if I was doing the camera work today, yeah, a fat chance of me actually being able to do all that and still manage things. So that's why, another reason why I'm glad to have Subtlety here, because it enabled me to actually multitask something else. Wow. Never mind, I can't talk. Multitask over. Over to the other side, though. This rollout will happen, and Rosie Hope will take the disc. Blastro taking it and going into the lane. Whoa, what happened there? Looking for a headbutt off the rebound, it seemed. It did not quite work out the way he wanted, however. So instead, off to the other side, it'll float on, and maybe a chance to capitalize. It's Dollar Ranger finding his range indeed. Dollar, no stranger to those deep shots.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So that's kind of a
4, 3,
unfortunate turnaround there
1.
for Rampage. Basically a 5-point turnaround, missing that, or 6-point even. I'm not sure if that last one was a 3, but either way, they missed that first shot, and then on the other end, just capitalizing on the 3, so that's a kind of a tough turnaround for them, and as a result, it's a 1-point game again. Skinny is going to receive that on the floor here, be completely collapsed upon. Skinny now back at it again to Blastro, and Rosie having it saved by Dollar. So Dollar now with a sharp save. Nothing dull about that defense as he goes in for some offense and gets it in. Helen 101 having some fun now as they take the lead halfway through this third round.
11, 10,
5:02 left and 8-6.
7,
Joust advantage now going to Rampage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So off it will roll here. Skinny taking it on over and trying to undo a little bit of the messy plays the last couple of times, but certainly for Ironic, probably feeling happy and wanting to take advantage, come here with a strong third round. So far, so good on their side. Showing some of the stuff that bought them so much success in some of their recent games. Kind of like this now, some really quick boosting, and almost a turnaround shot, wasn't even looking, but slung it with some speed, and then finding it on that feed is Callan again. More offense coming from him.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
So 4 minutes and a few seconds left in this third round. The 2 wins on the first and second going to Rampage. But right now in the third, Ironic looking like themselves, looking pretty strong here. Trying to force some turnovers again on defense and just contesting it pretty heavily out at that mid line. Rosie will find herself over here, just outside the bubble. A good delivery down low. Now they've gone to those floor passes. Dollar is right there, I think, with a headbutt. Callan was there as well. Some great defense yet again. Dollar with the stuns, get that slung out of there. So some great defensive plays here from Callan, from Dollar, from everyone there. See Jason as well with his stuns. Just everyone in the goal getting it done now. Now it's gonna roll back to the hands of Skinny actually off the stun and almost miss pass, but luckily they'll still obtain it. But not for very long as it goes back and forth some more. Interceptions to and fro. So the question is, where will see Jason go? Looks like to the nest, the barrier, and man, the carrier will shoot that like a harrier. Crazy anchor, and that's a 12-6 lead now for Callan.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
He's definitely meeting the call.
2, 1.
So on the rollout, Skinny looking for that pass out here. It's a 6-point deficit for them on Rampage after their strong first 2 rounds. A stronger rebound from C. Jason and his team on Ironic. They're really coming back with some tight defense in this third. Taking full advantage of every advantage. And a Rampage just trying to rebalance themselves here as they collect the disc. It's Rosie. So the Rose, I suppose, will not be quite in, but on the rebound, she'll get it. And now look for a dish. She has 3 players all around goal, close quarters, so just opts to back it out and control the offense, which honestly might not be a bad idea here because they've been stopped a few times by that defense, and now they just want to find themselves a good opportunity. Now that was a pretty decent one, but it is saved out of there, but now intercepted and taken back in by Skinny. So again, fantastic defense from Ironic. With the second chance, the third chance, fourth chance for Rampage. Finally bought them the goal.
8, 7, 6, 5,
So good
4.
spacing and control to find the rebound and make a play where it seemed like the play was broken.
It's game on.
So now breaking free on this pass out, clearing it, and Blastro receives it. Back pass to Skinny. And Skinny trying to find that pass, but only to the back line instead. So see Jason going on in, but a great save from Rosie. And that's where she's definitely at home, playing inside that goal. Most definitely a skilled goalie for her team. And now back out, and it will careen right outside the bubble. Rebounded by Skinny. And Rampage now looking for another hole, but I cannot find that one. Still caption recollecting, but rejecting, sending it out there. Flinging it with some speed is Della Ranger. 35 seconds left. That is going to damage the efforts in this third round for Rampage as Ironic just trying to come back on the approach here and take away the third round consolation of sorts. Losing the series, but certainly building some steam in the third round. 18 seconds left. So now Blastro trying for one more, cannot get that one through the door. And so the door may be shut here on the third for Rampage. Going for that deep shot, but it will not be online. Backing it out to Rosie, but with no time. That will be round 3. And it is a victory ultimately to Rampage, but third round coming back was Ironic in spectacular fashion. That was some excellent defense they played in the third, and it brought them some great offensive opportunities. So right now, Ironic saying that, hey, whoever wins the last round wins the whole set. That's what they agreed upon. Not really, but that's what they tried to agree upon before round 3 started. So indeed, for Ironic here, they will lose the series, but they take the consolation round and are quite happy for it. We see a couple people leaving now, but we got 7 points for Callan since that restart. So again, these are just partial stats. But a save as well. 3 for Della Ranger, 4 saves alone in that round. 10 stuns for C. Jason. So even with the partial stats, he's still kind of leading the way in the stun department. But with that, all our Rampage players have now gone on a Rampage right outside of this server. So can't read their stats, but nonetheless, congratulations to them on the win. And hello to the chat once again. H Money saying hi, Palidore. That's me. Usually. And Troy as well stopping by. And yeah, saying they missed way too many free goals basically. And yeah, the third round just getting a little bit out of sorts on some of those shots. Weren't able to capitalize, and you know, it'll happen from time to time for many players and teams. Kind of the whole ebb and flow of Echo, you know, where sometimes those passes, those shots, they're right on line. You're feeling like a well-oiled machine, but pretty much every team will have those spurts where it just seems like the goal is, you know, as small as a donut, and you just can't make anything as hard as you try. And then other times it's as wide as an ocean. So that's just kind of the rhythm of Echo, and especially in 4v4 with the rhythm being pressed so hard for a lot of these games and so fast. It's liable to have those ebbs and flows where it gets all disarrayed. And you know what? It was Ironic causing a lot of that disarray and then capitalizing it on the offensive end with some great shots. So with that said, that will do it for this stream. Also, hello to Ace Aim right there. Hello and goodbye, I suppose, because we are winding this one down, although we'll be back very soon with some more matches. Let me check real quick, actually, because we have at 7:30 Central Time, there will be Inverted and Spaghetti playing. So that's about 15 minutes from now. And that'll be casted by Sir Dimwee, and So Much for Subtlety will be camming for them. And then at the same time, there'll also be Ignite versus Orbit. So also at 7:30 Central. That's bound to be a very interesting game. I'll be casting that one and camming it as well for you on this channel. Same channel here. And then actually a third game at the same time slot, now that I look at it, and it's going to be more S'mores, aka Carbonite, who just recently changed their name, versus Rampage, the aforementioned Rampage. So we'll be seeing them again quite soon here, another 50 minutes. So until then, thank you all for joining me in the chat. Join us once again very, very, very soon. And we'll see you then. So I've been Palidore, So Much for Subtlety, doing great work on the cameras. And you've been Twitch Chat, doing a great job in the Twitch chat. And we will see you very soon. Adieu!